Because we've got to talk about what was exposed last night on 60 Minutes, and well done to Nick McKenzie, who did so as formerly a print journalist, doing a pretty good job as a television reporter on 60 Minutes, exposing the disgraceful behaviour of a now sacked minister and the power that he was attempting and was wielding inside the Victorian ALP. Now, by the way, I don't think that just he should lose his job as well as another minister, but I think all of the staffers that were mentioned in that or have any tangential connection to him should be flushed as well. After all, that is how he was able to exercise his power. The minions who were running around behind the scenes. Anyway, Gabrielle Power looks back at the events of today.
This was Victoria's Minister for Small Business.
I'll give money. In that case, I'll give it to him tomorrow. He comes tomorrow, and I'll better take money tonight, take another money tomorrow.
Labor's Adem Somyurek is accused of widespread branch stacking, a process that involves rigging membership numbers to gain political influence within the party. A 60 Minutes in the Age investigation alleges the former minister used taxpayers' money and his own funds to pay for fake branch members. He's also accused of ordering people to forge signatures, the Premier moving quickly to sack him.
One of the particularly distasteful things that was said by this now former minister was stuff that he was saying about the Minister for Women last night on Channel 9.
Take the Gabriella, I hate her guts. Falls through out of the ministry, that stupid Andrews goes.
Daniel Andrews seemed to focus a lot on that language, but he sacked this bloke.
His conduct and his comments are completely deplorable. They are shameful, and it is on that basis that there is no place in my government for him. Mr Somyurek was not offered an opportunity to resign. He's not worthy of an opportunity to resign. He was sacked.
Now, Richo, Rowan and Jenna, let's all take it as given that what he said was terrible, what he did was terrible, but there is a structural issue that we have to talk about here. Now, Richo, what's your advice to Daniel Andrews about, OK, he's gone, but making sure that his soldiers are gone as well? How do you make sure that Daniel Andrews can clear the Victorian Labor Party of the cancer that this bloke seemed to supercharge from the membership level all the way through to the ministry?
I think you'll find it's already started. I think the staffers that he used to get out and stack branches, they'll never work for anyone in the party again. I think they've got a brand on them now that just says alien, and no one will touch them with a bar of with a 10-foot pole. So I think that you know, the Labor in Victoria has learned its lessons from this. One of the things that happens is, you know, you see someone like this, and I guess everyone's reluctant to stop them. Everyone just sort of sits back and watches. You know something's wrong, but you're reluctant to stop. Well, I learnt many, many years ago that what you have to do is make a thoroughgoing bastard of yourself, because that's what saves the party. You get up and you boot them. And you'll get a lot of criticism, and because you'll have mates and all the rest of it. But it's the right thing to do. And when I ran the Labor Party, it was a tight ship, because if you don't run a tight ship, you finish up never winning an election.
Rowan, again, this is the same party that was able to, the same government and the same party that was able to get away with using taxpayer funds for red shirts, which is when essentially they were paid to do public work, but they were actually doing party work. They were able to skip through that, despite the fact that an Auditor General's report was pretty serious, but no charges were laid, all right? So we were told that the lessons were learnt then. But this bloke was rolling on as we speak, all the way through right up until February is when some of the stuff was being filmed. And look, I'm fascinated about the behind the scenes, about how all this is constructed and, you know, where it will and won't be fought. But, you know, I thought that Daniel Andrews spent more time talking about the offensive language than the offensive actions, and about how, because he obviously didn't want to expose how deeply rooted this bloke's influence has got.
Yeah, well, Paul, it's a shame they're not doing the Logies this year, because Richo deserves a Logie for that excellent performance of Nothing to See Here at the Labor Party's rockin' and rollin'.
Thank you.
You know, how on earth did this ever happen? Who'd have seen this one coming? Oh, my God, these people are gone. We'll never see the likes of them. It was very, very good, Richo. It's excellent. I'm glad those acting lessons I've been giving you are paying off. The reality is, how often do we have to have this conversation? I mean, it was only, last year there was some bloke with carrier bags stuffed full of cash. Oh, he was running around out of a Chinese restaurant and in here with money. Before that, we had Sam Dastyari whenever he needed, a mortgage or something, or a bill, his electricity bill's paid. Oh, off he goes, and some bloke gives him the money. This is just Labor. It's been going on forever, and they love power, and they will do whatever it takes to get that power. And if this bloke has to go out and stack a few branches, we saw the red shirt nonsense recently in Victoria, where they were using taxpayer funds to go out and pay the electoral officers to go campaigning for them or something like this. So, yet again, they've been caught out. Yet again, it's dirty tricks. And yet again, there's nothing to see here. There you go.